Good morning, friends. I'm Teddy Hicks, and I'm reading you an affirmation from my book, My Life Gets Better Every Day. Today is September 3rd, 2025, and our affirmation for today is, I respect myself. Look, we live in a world with super specific and unrealistic ideas of what we should look like and how big our bodies should be. It's not surprising that so many people are obsessed with their shape and proportions and weight. It's not practical to think you can suddenly start looking in the mirror and feeling elated about the way you look when we've been so conditioned to change and shape and restrict and even loathe ourselves. Even if you really think your life will be better if your butt's a little smaller or you lose 100 pounds, it's still important to remember that positive change does not come from hatred, fear, and criticism. The first step should be learning to respect yourself. Feel gratitude for the incredible body and all the ways it serves you. Notice the parts you love, the strong, capable parts, the beautiful curves, or the long eyelashes. Treat it well and learn to care for it in a way that feels good and loving and kind. At the very least, you'll start to appreciate it more, and you might even learn to accept it as it is. I know it sounds crazy, but don't dismiss the possibility just yet. Love, Teddy. So, I would never ask anybody to stop wanting to change the way they look or stop wanting to lose weight, because I know it's really unrealistic in this world we live in. Everybody tells you should do that if you're not happy with the way your body looks. Everybody does, even your doctors, even trusted medical professionals. The fat shaming and fat phobia is universal. So I've experienced it in many different forms in my life. I would never say stop caring about that, because it's impossible. But I think it's really important to remember that the first step in any positive change is to learn how to respect yourself as you are right now. And that may feel really hard because you've spent probably your whole life hating the way you are right now, right? Like you've been taught to not like this, to not be okay with who you are and what you look like right now. But you can't do anything about it from that place, right? Like from that fear, from that kind of self-loathing, from that self-criticism. Nothing good comes from that. And that's the point that I'm always trying to get people to understand. That's natural to feel that way, totally normal, totally understandable and justified. But you can't do anything from there. You're stuck there, right? When you feel that way, you're not motivated to do anything positive. You're reprogramming yourself over and over again every day to continue hating yourself, and you're attracting that kind of dark, heavy, negative energy from the universe. So that's a stagnant kind of feeling, right? Like to be self-critical and be unhappy with the way you are is stagnant. Nothing good is going to come from that. So the first step is to try to turn that around, try to turn your mindset around so that you are empowering yourself to want to make positive changes if that's something that's going to work for you in your life, that you are reprogramming your subconscious mind to love and respect yourself unconditionally, right? Regardless of the way you look. You are worthy. And that's an important message to get, right? Because you're not going to want to support and love yourself into positive change if you don't feel like you're worthy of anything good unless you change the way you look, which I think is a kind of a little catch-22 that a lot of people are stuck in. And you will attract a completely different supportive energy from the universe when you can start loving and respecting yourself and treating yourself well, even if you don't look exactly the way you want to look yet. So I think it's really important to get out of that mindset of criticism, even though it's so normal and natural in this culture, and start to learn how to treat yourself with love and respect, even if everything's not perfect yet, right? Even if your body doesn't look the way you want yet, or things aren't exactly the way you want them to be. And it's little things, right? Like just notice the parts of yourself that you love. Like the other day I touched my arm and I thought, gosh, my skin is so soft. Like I really appreciate that about myself. Just reprogram yourself to look for the positive. Look for the things that you appreciate and love about yourself. And you will start to notice more of that. You will start to feel better about yourself. Nobody is going to love and respect you unless you love and respect yourself. It starts here, right? So if you're looking around for external validation, thinking if you change the way you look, people will like you better, you'll get more respect, you'll get the partner you want, all that stuff. Turn all of that energy around and let's start here, right? This is the first step, is to love and respect yourself unconditionally. Know that you're worthy of happiness and health and feeling good, even if your body is not exactly to these, let me reiterate, extremely unrealistic standards that our society have set for us. We are naturally a very diverse people, right? Like our bodies are not all supposed to look the same. We're not all supposed to weigh the same. BMI charts are complete nonsense. It's okay to ignore all of that and just focus on who you are, what you deserve in the world, and how you love and respect and appreciate what's going on with yourself already, and how can you feel better, right? Like, this is the way you look, fine, might not be perfect, might not be exactly what you want, but how can you feel better in this body right now? How can you be more comfortable? How can you be stronger? How can you, work better, have more energy? Focus on those kinds of things, and that is really where all positive change will come from. I hope that is helpful for you today. Of course, obviously, I could talk about this subject for 100 years. If you want some personal support around this, feel free to contact me directly. And I will see you tomorrow with the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.